Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Samastajana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Om Sinduraruna Vigraham Trinayanam Manikya-maulispurat Taranayaka-shekharam Smita-mukhe Apina-vakshoruham Panibhyam-alipurna-ratna-chashakam Raktotpalam bibhrate Saumyam ratnakathastha-raktacharanam Dhyayet paramambikam Saumyam ratnakathastha-raktacharanam Dhyayet paramambikam. Chiti Statpada 80 sloka onwards. 80 and 81 we read. Chitistatpada lakshyartha chide karasarupini Swatmanandala vibhuta brahmadhyananda santatihi Para pratyakchiti rupa pashyanti paradevata Madhyama vaikari rupa bhakta manasahamsika Kameshwara prananadi krutagnya kama pujita Srungara rasa sampurna jaya jalandharastita. So we saw yesterday tamopaha. Chiti. Chiti means what? Pure consciousness, knowledge. Sat, Chit, Ananda. In Sat Chit Ananda, Chit is wisdom. Chitihi. Chit means what? Which is opposite to Achit. Achit is Jadam, Avidya. So she is in the form of eternal knowledge. She is Chitihi. Chiti means eternal knowledge in Satchidananda or pure knowledge, pure consciousness. In the language of Sri Vidya, Brahman has two aspects. One is Prakasha and Vimarsha. Prakasha is in his own divine state. Vimarsha is with attributes, with gunas. So she is a pure Chit. That is a beautiful thing. And Sat is Chit, Chit is Sat. In Satchidananda, Sat, Chit, Ananda, they are not attributes of Brahman. In the sense, they are not separate from Brahman. Sadeva Brahma, Chideva Brahma and Ananda eva Brahma. If you say they are Agantuka dharmas, meaning or you acquired properties or gunas, then they don't remain. Agantuka, acquired. Acquired properties or qualities of Brahman? No. Are they separate? Brahman has three qualities. If you say, then Brahma is different from the qualities. So Brahma is not different from qualities. Satrupa, Chidrupa and Ananda Rupa. So Satchidananda. We have saw all these definitions and explanations in Upanishad classes. So Sateva Chit, Chideva Sat. Because Sat is pure existence. That pure existence, Sat is Chit, pure consciousness. If you say Sat is not Chit, then Sat becomes Jada, insentient. If you say Chit is not Sat, Chit becomes non-existent. So, that which is Sat is Chit, that which is Chit is Sat. So, Chiti Rupa, that is, she is pure knowledge, pure consciousness. That is the beauty. Chitihi. Next one, Tatpada Lakshyartha. Tatpada Lakshyartha. In Tattvamasi Mahavakya, Tat Tvam Asi. This is Upadesha Vakya. This is called Upadesha Vakya. Who gives Upadesha to whom? Guru gives Upadesha to Shishya. Thou art that. You are that. Now you have to define what is Tvam, what is the meaning of Asi, what is the meaning of Tat. So, that which is denoted by the word Tat, that which is denoted by the word Tat is that consciousness. So, she is that which is denoted by the word Tat. Tatpada Lakshyartha. That means what? She is pure Brahman alone. There is no other doubt about it. So, Tatpada Lakshyartha. So, Tattvamasi Bhava. In Bhagavad Gita also, we say it is nothing but Tattvamasi Bodha only. First 6 chapters speak about Tvam Padam. Second 6 chapters speak about Tat Padam. And last 6 chapters speak about Asi Padam. These two are one. They are not identical. Identical means what? Each has its own independent existence. Identical means what? A and B are identical means A is A, B is B, they are identical. But here Jiva and Paramatma are not identical, they are actually one. Asipadam indicates that. So, she is that which is denoted by the word Tat. Tatpada Lakshyartha. That Tatpada Lakshyartha is Chiti only, pure Chit only. The pure consciousness alone is indicated by the word Tat in Tattvamasi Mahavakya. So, that which is to be realized, that which is to be attained, that which is to be known, that which is to be recognized as I. She is that. Tatpada Lakshyartha. So, she is not separate from Brahman. Brahman alone in different forms is appearing as different. When we dissolve the individual consciousness in total consciousness, there is no differentiation between Shiva, Shakti, this terminology, everything doesn't exist. Only one homogeneous existence alone remains. Okay? Then, next one is Chidekara Sarupini. Chidekara Sarupini. Chit Eka Rasa Rupini. Chit is what? Eka Rasa. Chit is again not, I just told, one homogeneous, all pervading, eternal consciousness. And when I say eternal, homogeneous, it is same everywhere, beyond time, beyond attributes. It is only Akhanda Rasa, Ghana Rasa, a mass of pure consciousness, where there is no spandana inside, where there is no movement there. In that pure eternal consciousness, spandana rises, that is I. That I is referred as I. So, if it is allowed to remain in its own state, it is bliss. So, that state is called Chideka Rasa. Uncontaminated, unsullied by any other thing other than that. There is no other vastu exists. It is undisturbed, not contaminated, equal, all-pervading, pure, eternal, homogeneous consciousness. So she is that Swarupini, Chideka Rasarupini. So, then what about Brahman with attributes? Brahman with attributes is only an appearance. Maya is that illusory power which is making Brahman to appear as something other than with different attributes, names and forms, movement. The Maya is making that Brahman appear as this Jagat. What is only Brahman. Since it is an appearance, actually there is no change in Brahman. What you see the change is illusion. Modifications, illusion. To whom should we explain the nature of Jagat? To the one who sees Jagat. He asks a question, what is the nature of this world? इस संसार में बड़ा दुख है. The question is, who is suffering? To the one to whom the samsara is appearing. To the one to whom this doesn't appear, it's an illusion. It is a shadow play. There is no substance in it. It is Brahman which is making all this, Maya which is making Brahman appear in the form of this. Like you stand before a mirror in museum. And before some mirror, your image is bloated. There is no change in you. But that mirror makes you only to see yourself as a fattest man in the world. And you move to next mirror. There you will find you are thinner than the drumstick. Thinner than the thinnest drumstick. There is no change in the original. There is no change in the mirror also. Mirror is mirror. But that is appearing as though you are very thin or fat or crushed or horizontal or miniature form. Sometimes face becomes ugly. There is no change in the original. Similarly, Maya is a lens in front of our eyes. Instead of seeing all pervading, homogeneous, eternal consciousness everywhere, I am seeing many things in this. So, this perception is illusion. So, even though Brahman is appearing as Jagat, the attributes, since they are appearances only, there is no change in Brahman as attributeless Brahman or Brahman with attributes. This is only with respect to illusory perception. So therefore, she is Chideka Rasarupini. One essence, the one essence of consciousness, intelligence, she is that one. Chideka Rasarupini. Now if you observe, the I, that experience of I within ourselves as I, not as I as something, I as man, I as woman, I as husband, I as wife. See, whenever we get disturbed not as I, but we get disturbed I as something. I as body, suffering. I as husband, suffering. I as wife, suffering. I as businessman, suffering. I as a neighbor, maha suffering. So I as something, we are suffering. I as a student, you suffer listening. I as a teacher, I suffer. But this I per se is changeless. There is no change in that I. But I itself is illusion. Because that I which you call as I is a thought in pure ocean of consciousness. The thought creates a division. Eruption of thought instantly creates Jiva Jagat Ishwara Bhava. So that I, simple I, as expression of that I-ness, then I immediately modifies itself into as something. Then I as something, we suffer. But only as I, as a pure I, that spandana which is there in all of us, which is changeless, which is continuous, unbroken, not modified into X, Y, Z. That I is Eka Rasarupini. Not even thought. So she is that Chideka Rasarupini. So remember, whenever we are suffering, not whenever, we are continuously suffering. Because I is never as I. Not even a vritti I am talking, not even ego. So the ego itself should forget itself. The pure I is there. There is no expression. As ego, then as ego, little I, Then little eye becomes transformed into many eyes, samsari eye. And as samsari eye, we are suffering. Samsari, transmigratory ego. Think. As women, we may suffer. As men, we have problems. As husband, as wife, as daughter, as neighbor, as employer, as employee, as a frustrated seeker. As a competitor, suffering. She is pure Chit, Ghana Rupini, like ocean of pure consciousness where there is no eruption of this thought also. So from that pure eye to the thought eye, that thought eye to the mind eye, which further divides. So divide. And broad divisions are Ishvara Jiva Jagat. Then desires. Further divides. She is not like that. Divine Mother is Chideka Rasarupini. Beautiful. Something Vedantic. Swatmanandala Vibhuta Brahma Dhyananda Santatihi. Swatmanandala Vibhuta Brahma Dhyananda Santatihi. Now, the bliss of Brahman, Swatmananda Sukham of Brahman, Brahmadi Ananta, Brahma Sukham is there. That is incomparable. In that eternal bliss, the Ananda which is experienced by Brahma, Adi Devatas is Lavibhuta. Lavibhuta means a speck, a drop. Brahman is pure Ananda, pure bliss. Because it is bliss itself, and the infinite bliss, there needs to be done nothing to be blissful. Think. So therefore, in that bliss, compared to that ocean of bliss, what Brahma, Indra, Devatas experience, they also experience bliss. Small insects also get experiencing little Ananda, pleasure. Human beings, animals, plants, all the beings in the cosmos are experiencing a little bliss. Even those who are in Narakloka, hell, they are also experiencing bliss. Little bit. They are taken from one chamber of 120 degrees temperature to another chamber of 119.5 degree temperature. So 0.5 degree difference is there, that is blissful for them. Or they are asked to go through one chamber of fire to another chamber of fire through a tunnel which is air conditioned. So in that portion, when they are passing through, they tend to remain there in the tunnel. But they are pushed by people waiting in that hot chamber. अरे आगे बढ़ो, हमको भी थोड़ा मिलेगा जल्दी. So they are pushed into other hot chamber. They are also getting bliss. So there is no jiva in this Brahmanda creation who is not experiencing Ananda. But Brahma Ananda itself, what Brahmaji is experiencing bliss, Indradi Devatas experiencing bliss, is only Lavi Bhutam. Brahma Adi Ananda is only a drop. So that ocean of bliss is the realized master's experience. This is what is beautifully said in Taittiriya Upanishad. In Taittiriya Upanishad, Ananda Mimamsa will come. Ananda Mimamsa means, first you have to arrive at one unit of happiness. If you arrive at one unit of happiness, first describe it. Define. Define one unit of happiness. They define. This is the one unit of happiness. That unit of happiness is multiplied into number of times. So 100 times of that, 100 times of that, 100 times of that is experienced by higher beings. That multiplication table goes up to Brahma. But what does it use? Even up to that also is only a drop. Though comparatively, the one unit of Ananda, if you hear what Taittiriya Upanishad says, measuring rod, itself is so high that none of us have experienced any happen like that. What is that? Yuva syat sadhu yuvadhyayakah asishto dridishto balishtaha tasyayam prithvi sarva vittasya purna syat sayeko manusha anandaha. Eko manusha ananda, the one unit of manusha bliss. What is that? Yuva syat. First we should be in yuva stage, meaning all limbs are healthy, ready to bhog any kind of experiences. Yuva syat. Then you should be good also. Sadhu, a good yuva. Adhyayakaha, well studied. So we are not coming to one unit anywhere. Yuva syat, yuva adhyayakaha, sadhuhu, yuva adhyayakaha, then ashishtaha, full of hopes. Not nirashi vyakti. Drudishtaha, very firm. Balishtaha, physically strong. ऐसा एक युवा को ले लो. How many pramanas are given parameters? We are not fitting into any parameter. Yuva syat, sadhu, adhyayakaha, asishtaha, drudishtaha, balishtaha. If such a youth is found, sadhu, well read, good, adhyayakaha, ashavadi, hopes are there, looking forward to life. Such an individual you take, for him, iyam prithvi sarva vittasya purnasyat. To him, the whole earth is available at his disposal for enjoyment. To a man, such a man, whole earth is available at his disposal. Meaning, whatever he wants, he can achieve in life. Nothing can stop. Such a man, if you find, the one to whom the whole earth is available for him to eke out whatever he wants in this life, that is equal to 1 unit of human happiness. Sa eko manusha anandaha. Then te eshatam manusha anandaha. Sa eko manushya gandharvanam anandaha. Then that unit of happiness of human being multiplied 100 times. Then that happiness is equal to Manushya Gandharva Ananda. Manushya Gandharva, not Gandharva that is as a citizen, but it is only green card. So green card, citizen, those human beings did decently lived. Sometimes they may be promoted to a ranker. Ranker means not direct IPS, but ranker. Like that, he becomes Manushya Gandharva. So Gandharva, but they are all treated maybe as second grade citizens in Gandharva Lok. A promotee. He is promoted from Manushya. So he is equal to the 100 times of bliss he is enjoying. 100 times of whom? Manushya Ananda, Eko Manusha Ananda multiplied by 100 is Manushya Gandharvanam Anandaha, Te Eshatam Manushya Gandharvanam Anandaha, Sayeko Deva Gandharvanam Anandaha. Multiplied by 100, Manushya Gandharva into 100 is equal to Deva Ananda. Deva Gandharva, Deva Gandharva, original Gandharvas. So they are enjoying 100 times more bliss than Manushya Gandharva. Then, Te Shatam Deva Gandharvanam Anandaha, Sayeka Pitrunam Chiraloka Lokanam Anandaha. And those who have gone to Pitruloka, not our dead ones, not immediate ancestors. Pitrus means those who did decently lived a tapasvi life. Such people they go to Pitruloka. So Pitruloka, they get more Ananda than Gandharva Deva Gandharva. So their enjoyment is 100 times of Deva Gandharva. So multiply 100. Manusha Ananda, Manusha Gandharva Ananda, then Deva Gandharva Ananda, then Pitrulananda. Pitruloka, Deva Chiraloka Lokanam Ananda, Te Shatam Pitrunam Chiraloka Lokanam Ananda. Sayeka Ajana Janam Devana Mananda. Ajana Devas are there. There are another class of Devatas. Their Ananda is 100 times of Pitru Lokas. Pitru Ananda. Pitruvasi Loka. Pitru Lokavasi Ananda. Then Te Shatam Ajana Janam Devana Mananda. Sayeka Karma Devana Mananda. Then 100 times of that bliss is Karma Devatas are there. They are all working. So their Ananda is 100 times of Taye, then ye karma devanam apyanti, srote, te shatam karma devanam ananda, sayeko devanam ananda. Karma devananda is there, devatas, multiplied by 100 is devananda. Cinema actor devananda. एक देव आनंद, एक देवता का आनंद देखे कितने बार, how much he is enjoying. Manushagan, 1 unit of Ananda multiplied 100, then Devana, Te Sayeko Deva. So then Te Shatam Devana Ananda. And 100 times of one Devata Ananda in Swargaloka is equal to Indrasya Ananda. Indra Ananda. Indra is enjoying that. Then Te Shatam Indrasya Ananda. Sayeko Brahaspaterana. 100 times of multiplied by 100 times of bliss of Indra is experienced by Brahaspati, Deva Guru. Guru na हमको तो होना चाहिए ज़्यादा. Special emoluments are given. Then Teye Shatam Brahaspateirananda. 100 times Brahaspati Ananda, multiple Brahaspati Ananda, 100 times Prajapateirananda, Prajapati Ananda. Prajapati is no Prajapatis are there. What do you call? Kashyapa ityadi. Prajapatis. Te Shatam Prajapati. 100 times the Prajapati Ananda is Ego Brahmana Ananda. Chaturmukha Brahma Ananda. Then beyond that is Brahma. Pure Brahma, Nirguna Brahma Ananda. Much, much beyond that. Therefore, Asman Lokat Pretya. Therefore, one who knows this, ya evam with Asman Lokat Pretya, Yetam Anand, Yetam Annamayam Atmanapusankramati, Yetam Pranamayam Atmanapusankramati. Then he attained first Prana Annamayatma, then Pranamayatma, Manomayatma, Vijnanamayatma, he attains, then Anandamayatma, and Tadepyasya. Then afterwards what? Yato Vacho Nivartante, Apraapya Manasa Saha. What is that bliss? That bliss is Yato Vacho Nivartante. You can't speak about it. Apraapya Manasa Saha. Mind without reaching Brahman came back. Says, I can't discover, I can't think about it. I don't know what it is. Mind returned. Indriyas returned back. So, therefore, that Anandam Brahmano Vidwan, that Ananda of Brahma, real Brahma, Vidwan knows. Then afterwards, Nabibhetu Kutaschaneti. There alone he becomes fearless. After understanding and existing as one with totality. So therefore, that Ananda is Divine Mother only. देखिए कितना आनंद है. एक मनुष्य आनंद itself is very difficult. अक्रूट भी हम खा नहीं सकते. Some people can't bite apple also. They try with the left side, then they try with the right side, then they give up. But both the sides are teeth are weak. अमरूद खा नहीं सकते हैं. गन्ने की बात ही छोड़ दो. We don't have any strength, any ananda is not there. Whatever ananda you want, you can enjoy in this life, no. No. So therefore, that is the Ananda Swarupa. Chideka. What is that? Chideka. So Swatmananda Lavibhuta Brahmadhyananda Santatihi. That is the meaning of that mantra. Swatmananda Lavibhuta Brahmadhyananda Santatihi. ठीक है. Para. Para. Now see, para pashyanti madhyama vaikari. All four will come. This is called about the salutations to her who is transcendent speech or word, Shabda Brahma. As Shabda Rupini, she is first para. Para is beyond the intellect. Mula Prakriti. She is para. Shabda Brahma. So, Brahatpamatvat Brahma. Brahma is so huge. So, what is sound? Sound is produced from where? Para. Then it comes to Pashyanti. Then Madhyama. Then Vaikari. Vaikari means verbal. The sound is produced here. But she is in the form of Para, Pashyanti, Madhyama, Vaikari. First she exists as Para, Paravani. Then Pashyanti comes down as Pashyanti, comes down as Madhyama, comes down as Vaikari. So, Para is what? That supreme state of the Shabda where it is full of energy. Para, Parashakti, Paravani, Paradevata, full of energy. So, the energy next level is called as Parapara. Parapara in between, neutral. Then Apara. So, Apara, Parapara, Para. See. So, the Sushti trickles down like that. First Para, Aparapara, mixture. then apara, lower level. So here she is paravani. This is a beautiful thing. So she is beyond the paravani, beyond the intellect, where you cannot grasp it. It is existing. Vani from distance from there. She is beyond the intellect, the prakriti, object of prakriti. She cannot be seen, cannot be known. In a sense, because we are here, indriyas cannot go. Aprapya manasasaha. So this is para. The next one is pratyak chitirupa. Pratyak chitirupa. She is inner consciousness. Pratyak chitirupa. That earlier we saw Chidekarasa Rupini. The Chidekarasa Rupini, where is it? Is outside us? No. It is inside us. We have to know that Chit as one's own self, as one's own consciousness. So it is in inner consciousness. Pratyagatma, inner self. Pratyak Chitirupa, inner consciousness. So, inner consciousness, innermost consciousness is Prakriti, Devi Swarupini only. That is Brahman alone. She is there inside. Not only Chideka Ghana Rupini, everywhere she is expanding, everywhere she is present, expanded consciousness, but that is to be realized in one's own heart. Knowing places the truth is known not outside. Truth is known only in one's own heart. This, if we come to know, then going out, searching out will end. मंदिर में, तीर्थ प्रदेशों में, it will end. Some prarabdha might be there. Prarabdha takes the body here and there, but you don't have a desire inside. Samashti prarabdha may lead a body to a place, but individually, vyashti prarabdha is not there. So therefore, the moment you understand Pratyak Rupa it is, Chitirupa, become quiet and silent, calm. So Pratyak Chit, that is Divine Mother inside. She is to be known only inside. Pashyanti. Pashyanti. So in the para, where Shiva Shakti is one, in Pashyanti, it trickled down to Mahattattva or intellectual level first. See, in our case also, once you conceive an idea in the intellect, it is called Pashyanti level. It has not formally taken shape of a thought. It is only an idea. It has not taken formal shape into a thought. It has not given any finishing touches, nothing. It's only just idea. A vague idea. That is Pashyanti. Intellectual level, subtler level, but after para, it trickles down to Pashyanti level. Then after Pashyanti, Paradevata, and she is Paradevata. बाद में आएगा मध्यमा वैखरी. Paradevata, she transports her power to all gods and goddesses because she is supreme deity. Not apara devata, paradevata. Paradevata is one who takes care of all devatas functioning in different areas. Where will they get energy from? See, that energy, one particular quality of a devata, like dryness, air quality of air, properties of air, Vayudeva. Properties of Agni Deva, to fire, to burn. But where did they get this power to burn from? Where did Vayudeva got the power from? So they are empowered. So one Devata, Divine Mother, from whom all Devatas are powered, is Paradevata. So they draw energy, Shakti only from Paradevata to function. When that power is withdrawn from them, they can't function. Like speaking power is given to me as a loan for some work. Suppose I exhaust all my speaking work, then immediately I become Mauna. No more speaking. Lecturing. Lecturing. There's no need to speak. That power to speak is withdrawn. To give a lecture is withdrawn from me. Once the piece of work which is supposed to be done by me is completed. Therefore, we are all empowered by, powered by, given that power to us by Divine Mother only. Power to breathe also, she only gives. When that life ends, the breathing stops. Work is done. Therefore, Paradevata, she is the Paradevata. Paradevata, supreme, above all Devatas. Okay? Madhyama. Madhyama. Then next level of Shabda is from Para, then Pashyanti. Madhyama is at thought level. Then the thoughts are formed. They are taken shape. They are arranged in an order, in a sequence. Shabda only comes to mind. So before you speak, the mind formulates the sentence. The thoughts are gurgling out. And the thoughts are gurgling out and the thoughts pour out as Vani, as a speech. So she is called Madhyama at the mental level. How this coming down Shabda? Vaikari Rupa. Vaikari Rupa. The last stage of evolution of sound manifestation, from Para to Pashyanti to Madhyama, then to Vaikari. Vaikari, it expresses through Vani, where sound is produced in this world. Think. In Swapna, you speak. There, Madhyama Vani is enough. There is no Vaikari Vani there. Madhyama Vani only your talking, doing Vyavahar. So, Vaikari Rupa. Okay? Bhakta Manasa Hamsika. Bhakta Manasa Hamsika. She is the Hamsika, swan in the minds of devotees, meaning bhaktas. Bhakta, a devotee's mind becomes like Manas Sarovar, pure. When mind of a bhakta becomes pure, she becomes a swan. Like a swan, she travels. She resides, she enjoys. What does a swan does in a pure mind? Because pure mind, she is there. So, swan guna is Viveka Shakti. So, therefore, she is Bhakta Manasa Hamsika. She lives, as Tulsidas says, when Ramji says, Karavu Sada Vishram. Tinake Hridaya Kamalamahu, Karavu Sada Vishram. Kinke Hridaya Kamal mein? Bhakton ke Hridaya Kamal mein. I always Vishram karunga, Vishram. Vishrama you can take place only in your house. In other places you can stay. You don't take Vishram anywhere. आराम मिल सकता है, विश्राम नहीं मिलेगा. Vishram is only in your place. So Ramji says, I take Vishram in devotee's heart. Meaning, devotee's heart is अपना बना दिया. ये तुम्हारा नहीं है, मेरा घर है. इसीलिए I can take rest. I can enjoy. So this is how she is residing in the minds of devotees. Okay? Kameshwara Prananadi. This we will see next month. Okay? Amma. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai.